If you haven't already heard, we're heading into a recession. So today we're going to talk about smart investments. So today we're going to be talking about smart investments because we're heading into a recession. But you also want to feel your best as you're trying to save money and you're trying to be cautious about where you're putting your money and what you're spending it on. So these are my tips and tricks if you are in the market for a good investment, but also in the market for quality products just to look and feel your best. So I'm going to go from the most expensive investment to the least expensive, and it branches out from material things all the way to things that you can do to your hair, your skin, and so on. So, first thing that I really recommend as a smart investment, if you're in the market for it, is a good quality watch. We're heading into our late 20s, we're in our 30s. We want a classic piece of jewelry that we can put on. We look really put together, we look very classy. Even if you work from home, a watch is always a necessity. It is a really nice, beautiful piece of jewelry, but at the same time, it's a useful piece of jewelry. So I think having a really good quality watch is such a great way to elevate any outfit, even if it's something casual like just a sweatsuit. Having good quality watch and a good quality like pieces of jewelry is the best thing that you can add to your closet. One of my favorite brands for jewelry and watches is Cartier. I love them. I am obsessed with everything that they do. And I really think that they are such a classic brand, especially for watches. I think even if you're buying secondhand watches, Cartier is like a brand that you just can't go wrong. And, they're specifically a jewelry brand. So I am not against, but I do not recommend buying jewelry and watches from brands that do other things like Gucci or YSL. They're known for their bags or shoes or clothes or sunglasses, but they're not really known for their watches and jewelry. So I really recommend staying away from that, even if you're buying like a pure like 18K gold item from, I don't know, Dior. It's still not a classic jewelry brand, if you know what I mean. So, what I really recommend is if you are in the market for a good quality watch, go to Cartier, go to all the classic jewelry brands. And this ties on to my next investment is jewelry. If you want to elevate any outfit, if you're looking for like a really iconic piece of jewelry that you want to gift to someone or gift to yourself, I think a great investment that you can do right now is not waste money on trendy pieces, but really put all your money and invest in a good quality piece of jewelry. This can also be from Cartier, from Van Cleef, the brands that actually like only do jewelry. Go to those brands, okay? Don't go to like the Gucci's of the world. Just if you are going to throw down thousands of dollars for jewelry, make sure that it's one of these quality classic brands like Tiffany or Harry Winston. You want to go to those classic brands and then from there pick your investment piece. So the reason why I think you should invest in pieces like this, especially in the era that we're living through right now, is that gold will never go out of style. Gold is always going to be valuable as well as diamonds. So make sure that you're using your money wisely and that you're putting all of these thousands of dollars in a piece, in an asset that's going to be valuable and going to have a valuable lifespan. So for jewelry, anything works, earrings, necklaces, bracelets, anything is fine. Just make sure that if it's going to be your first actual piece of jewelry that you're buying and you're putting a lot of money into, that you stick to something classic, stick to something dainty and simple, something that you can wear every day, something that you can also dress up at night. So usually those pieces are very classic, like classic stud earrings, diamond stud earrings, a diamond tennis bracelet, the Cartier love bracelet, that's also a classic. The watches I recommend, if you don't know exactly if you're a gold girl or a silver girl or both tones work really well for you, I really recommend starting off with like a steel watch, just because you can really use that during the day as well. I mean, obviously, you can use a gold watch during the day as well, but you're going to be wearing like a $20,000 watch during the day. I don't recommend that. So, a steel watch is a lot more flexible to wear at night and during the day. And then also a two-tone watch is great. I love two-tone watches. They do seem a little more casual than just your regular steel or your regular gold watch, but you can also do a two-tone. I'm not against it. I think they're beautiful. But I think the best step, in my personal opinion, if you're just starting out in your jewelry world, is to start off with a good steel watch that you can just wear everywhere. And once you get used to that and you love your watch and you're literally wearing it everywhere, then you can level up to like a two-tone or like an all gold watch, or maybe a steel watch with diamonds or something of that sort, but don't go crazy at first, because you might be scared to wear it if it's like a $20,000 watch, or if it has diamonds or something of that sort. So if this is your first time buying such an expensive piece like that, go for something that's classical and basic and that you can wear often out and about. Okay, my next piece of advice for a good investment, and this might be a little controversial, is buying a luxury bag that's a classic model. Not something that's trendy in the moment, but something that you will love for years to come. So, a good example of this is my Lady Dior, or just the Lady Dior in general. This is such a good piece of investment because the bag itself is a great shape. It's a square rectangular bag, so it fits a lot of things. It fits your phone, it fits your camera, your sunglasses, which makes it really practical. But at the same time, this model of Lady Dior has been around for many years, so it is considered a classic bag, and this is considered actually a classic brand. It's one of like the higher end luxury brands. So I think this is such a good piece of investment, and you can also buy them secondhand so that you don't spend like thousands of dollars. So I recommend looking at the Real Real or Rebag or Vestiaire Collective. You can even do eBay, but make sure that you get it authenticated if you do eBay. So this is actually my most worn bag because it just is so practical. It fits so many things, and it is such a classic model. Even when I wear it with a simple black dress, this bag just elevates any look. So I really recommend the Lady Dior if you're in the market for like a good investment quality luxury handbag. Another bag that I recommend that I got recently, I think I got this bag 3 years ago. My Lady Dior I got 5 years ago. This bag I got 3 years ago is the Louis Vuitton Capucines bag. This is also a really nice model because you can see how big it is. It's very spacious, and I think this is the medium size. It also comes with a strap, so it's really easy to travel with. I used this to go all around Europe, and it was perfect. It fits my passports, sunglasses, my fiance's sunglasses, perfume, like literally anything. And what I like about it, which is an ongoing theme with this bag and the Lady Dior bag, is that it doesn't have a big, like in your face logo. The logo is really small and dainty. You can hardly see it. But if you know a lot about luxury bags, you will definitely be able to tell that this is a Louis Vuitton bag as I'm walking down the street. So it's not like you're buying just a piece of leather. Like, people will know that you're carrying a really nice luxury bag, but at the same time, it's classy and you're not showing off the Louis Vuitton logos, and like, it's not flashy. It's not a flashy bag. It is a bag that you can wear for years. You can hand it down. It is such a classic bag. So this one, along with the Lady Dior, I think are great investments. They're both really spacious. They're both neutral colors. Make sure that you stick to neutral colors like white, black, browns, beige, because that matches with everything and you can wear those colors for every season. So the only thing about white is that sometimes I'm really hesitant to wear white at night. For me, it's such a day color. It's such a summer color. It's also a winter color, but again, it's a day color. My next investment that I really recommend are sunglasses. If you watched my sunglasses video, you know that I am a huge fan of sunglasses. I really recommend having a couple pairs of sunglasses that are also good quality and brands. This can be anywhere from like Ray-Bans all the way to like Prada sunglasses, but make sure that they are branded sunglasses because you don't want to be wearing like Target or $5 or like Five Below sunglasses or H&M sunglasses because those might not have like a really good quality UV protecting glass and it might end up hurting your eyes actually. In the long run, it might end up giving you a headache. So I'm really against buying sunglasses like that. Like I think that you can just save $200 or 150 and go buy yourself a good quality pair of Ray-Bans. And then if you want to be a little more extra, then you can buy actual like luxury brands. So, the sunglasses I'm going to go through are some of my most used sunglasses, and I'm really happy with these purchases. So, my first pair of sunglasses that I really love are these YSL big cat eye sunglasses. I think every girl needs a big pair of black sunglasses. You just look so chic, you look so cool. So, find a style that works for you, but I think having a big pair is iconic. This is something that I bought a couple years ago that was trendy and I still wear it. So it's a great piece. I'm really glad that I bought these sunglasses. So again, I really recommend a big pair of dark black sunglasses. You are just going to look so chic. So I also recommend a pair of smaller sunglasses. And these are a little more trendy because I bought them recently and I think Miu Miu is having like it's popping off as a brand recently. So these are a little trendier, but I think they're my only smaller sunglasses that I own. But again, you could easily find sunglasses like this from Ray-Ban or any other brand. There we go. They're pretty oval shaped. Again, this style is what's trending right now. But I think that this oval shape is also very classic and very vintage. So I really think that this is not going to go out of style. The most that can happen with this pair that I bought is that Miu Miu will go out of style. And these are Miu Miu sunglasses. So that's the worst that can happen. But I think the style itself is an iconic style and vintage and we still wear it to this day, which means that I think it's going to have like a long lifespan in my closet. The next piece of investment that I really recommend to look classy, to feel clean, to feel good and sexy, and just like I love when people compliment this about me, and I honestly didn't even know how much I loved that compliment until people started complimenting me about it is perfume. A good quality perfume, okay? I don't mean go to Target or Ulta and buy those like after shower sprays. No, I mean a good quality perfume that's going to last hours. And this can be considered an investment because bigger size perfumes are a little more on the expensive side. So which is why I included it in this video. I love this Gucci floral. I've been wearing it for years, literally since college or high school or whatever. Like, this is my go-to fragrance. I love it. It's very airy, it's floral, it's light, it's not gonna make you sick. If you know, you know, like heavy perfumes literally get me car sick. So this is one of my favorites. Love this one for like an everyday light activity. My next perfume is the one that I get the most compliments on, the most. It's the Prada Paradox. You can see I'm literally done with it. I need to refill it, but I get the most comments from this perfume. It is also very airy and floral and light, but it is a little bit deeper than this one. This one is really floral. This one is light. It's like clean girl after shower aesthetic type of perfume. This one is also clean girl, but it's a little bit stronger. Just a little, okay? It's not gonna get you sick or anything. A little bit stronger. If I have a birthday party or I don't know, I'm going to brunch or something, I would wear this one. But then if I'm gonna go grab like a coffee, I would wear something like this, or just like out and about, I would wear something like this. Like if I'm meeting up with my friend just to run errands or something, I would wear this. This is more for like a special event. And my next one, my strongest perfume ever, is the Carolina Herrera Good Girl perfume. This one I love as well, but it is really strong. It's not as strong as the Baccarat Rouge one, but it is really strong as well. So I only use this one at night if I'm going to a really fancy restaurant, to a bar, to a club even. I don't really go clubbing, but you could wear this to a club too. Really love it. It makes you feel really sexy. It makes you like, I don't know. So it does have its ups as well, but it is a perfume that if you spray too much of it, it will give you a headache or make you car sick. So beware of that if you are like me and you have like a really weak stomach and you get nauseous really easily, this is a perfume where you just need two sprays or else it's going to affect you and you're going to get nauseous. But it is a really good perfume to go out and just to feel chic. So those are my three perfumes that I really recommend. If you were to invest right now in something, I would recommend the Prada Paradox because I think it's just very versatile. It's airy and light enough to wear during the day, but it's also strong enough that you can wear it at night and people are going to be like, oh my gosh, you smell so good. And I always get compliments every time I wear that Prada Paradox perfume. So if you were to put all your money, all your eggs in one basket, I really recommend the Prada Paradox. Okay, so the next piece of investment is skincare. And I am on my skincare journey as well. So this is something that I'm currently investing on. And I was actually very hesitant to invest in this just because I never thought it was worth it. But now, as I get older and I see that even if I do Botox, it doesn't fix a lot of the things I want to fix, obviously, I told myself that it is time to actually invest in my skincare. So, the first thing I recommend is medical grade skincare. Okay, don't go buying your drunk elephant, even though it's great and whatever. I really recommend medical grade skincare. Get a good retinol. This is the one that I use and it's perfect. I love it. It's pretty strong. It's zero point 0.5, but they sell stronger ones. I recommend this one. Also, my skin is a combination skin. I break out a lot, but I also have kind of flaky skin, so not the best skin, honestly. So anyways, I recommend that. Then I also recommend a good vitamin C serum and a hyaluronic acid because I recently learned that moisturizers don't really moisturize your face. You need a hyaluronic acid, which is the white bottle. The brown one is my vitamin C. So this is my morning routine is both of these. And then another thing I started doing is I started incorporating a lot of under eye creams, lotions, active ingredients, whatever. And what I did to find out what I needed for my under eye is I literally took a picture of it. I described the picture and I put it on ChatGPT and it gave me a list of things that I had to do. And then I was like, okay, narrow it down to like the top three and like what I need to do. So one of the things that I do is I do every other day, I apply this. It has retinol in it. It's just smooths fine lines, lifts, firm, brighten. I do this every other day. On days that I also do retinol, I do this one. And then, so every morning I put this on my eyes. It is medical grade skincare. And I've actually been seeing a big difference. Obviously, my wrinkles have not like disappeared. And it's normal to have wrinkles under your eyes from laughing and stuff. Like, I got so obsessed with it. I had to go back to my pictures and I saw that I had wrinkles under my eyes even in high school because you're smiling. So obviously my wrinkles did not go away. I did not expect them to go away, but what I did notice is that my makeup doesn't sink into them anymore because my eyes are really moisturized and I also look like I have a full 8 hours of sleep. Which before I did have full 8 hours of sleep and I didn't look like I had full 8 hours. So now I'm like, okay, this is a win. So I really recommend having a good quality skincare. Something else that I started doing literally last week is facials. I bought a membership to go do facials and BBL laser every month. So I'm really excited to go see how that works. And the only reason that I did the laser is because I have lots of acne scars and lots of freckles. I get tanned I get burnt really easily and I get a lot of freckles. And sometimes the freckles are not like in the cute areas, they're like under my eyes or like in my cheeks or on my forehead. So the lasers are really going to help clear that up, also help my skin collagen to get rid of all my acne scars, and it will also help with my acne. So that's the reason I'm getting the lasers. But if you don't have those issues, then I recommend just doing facials for cleanings, for hydrating. I think it will really make a difference at least once a month, and it's such a great way to treat yourself too. This is my latest investment for myself to glow up. I feel like it's just such a great way to get ready to enter your 30s. Okay, and finally, my last investment, I've been on this journey for a while, is hair. Okay, hair is a big deal to me because I always feel self conscious about my hair. So I started my hair journey literally years ago. And by hair journey, I mean, how can I make myself have more hair? How can I make myself have stronger hair? And honestly, my hair is really strong because I used to be a redhead and now I'm a blonde, and I transformed from redhead to blonde in one session. So, and I did not have to cut my hair. Okay. So I know that my hair is really strong. My hair routine works. So this is something I really recommend if you are trying to get on this hair journey. First of all, a good hair oil. I love Kerastase. I'm actually going to show another product for Kerastase. You need so little of this, so little, and it works miracles. It makes your hair look so glossy and shiny, but not like greasy, and your hair just soaks it all in. So I really recommend the hair oil. A product I am obsessed with from Kerastase is this 8-hour magic nighttime serum. This is literally a drug for my hair. Like, I am halfway through this. It is amazing. I use it almost every night before I go to bed. I also sleep with a silk pillow sheet and a silk bonnet whenever I remember to put it on. I'm really bad at that. And I noticed a big difference with that too. Like, your hair doesn't wake up frizzy or dry. And this also really helps a lot with split ends and just looking really silky. And my hair eats this up. Like, literally, it loves this thing. So I really recommend those two products from Kerastase. I have the big size. This is what the big size looks like. But you can buy the small size, try it out, see if you like it, if you don't like it, if your hair feels good with it, test it. And then finally, my last thing that I recommend is a good quality hairbrush. So I know that online there's a hairbrush that looks exactly like this, that's like $300 or something like that. Don't go spending $300 unless you want to. Obviously, no judgment. But I actually did think about it, and I was like, am I crazy that I'm actually thinking about spending this money on a hairbrush? Anyways, I found a dupe, as I always do, and this is the same quality, the same bristles, the same material for like, I think maybe I spent $80 on this hairbrush, which is still crazy in my opinion. Like, $80 for a hairbrush, like, I can't even believe I'm saying that right now, but I did. And I actually do notice a huge difference with this hairbrush. Before, I had a wet brush, and I thought that you could use the wet brush for your wet hair, but I was literally going bald because it was ripping out all my hair. It was stretching my hair. It was ripping out like the split ends. It was just like very aggressive of a brush. So I started not brushing my hair until it got dry, until I air dried it or until I blow dried it. And then my hair just ended up looking really frizzy all the time. So with this, it's great because I just come out of the shower with wet hair, I brush it, and then my hair is naturally really straight. So once I brush it and it dries, it just looks like straight, which I love, and not a no frizz. So this is such a great brush. I will link it because I think it's really, really worth it. I feel like the whole video, I'm just like, oh, it's worth it. It's worth it. Again, this is just my suggestion for investments that you can do right now if you're in the market for any of them. I think just honestly, all year round, regardless if we're heading into a recession or not, these are great products and worth your money, and will last a really long time or will never go out of style, like the purses or the jewelry and the watches and stuff. So I really think this is a really smart way to think about pieces that you want, especially if they are like thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars. It's really smart to think about, okay, is this actually worth it? Like if you're going to spend $100 on skincare from Sephora, but you can spend that same amount of money for medical grade skincare, but you don't have the brand. You're not buying like Tatcha skincare or whatever, but you're buying medical grade and that's even better for your skin, like think about it that way. Or if you're going to spend money on a luxury bag, think about the shape of the bag, like how many things will it fit, what do you want it for, these are things that you should think about every time you're going to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars. So these are my tips to have like a little mini glow up, to look classy, to make great investments that are not just your stock portfolio. um, and anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time.